It is 1:36 p.m. This is the light source that I just took a picture of, so you're seeing it covered up now with clouds where this entity is stalking by plane. You're seeing 18065 group stalking in the parking lot. You're seeing the truck of the third-party group stalker who's engaged in what is doing the landscaping at the adjacent property, which is relevant positioning. And you're looking at the light source that's hovering above my apartment at 1:36 p.m. It's over 435 South Bonneview at the same time. This is capturing the pattern of conduct. You're also seeing Amazon Prime engaging in what is relevant positioning and activity creation. This is a commercial means whereby the same exact demonic and criminal pattern of conduct is underway. It is currently, again, 1:36 p.m. in the video documentation that I'm referencing. You see the timestamp says 1:38 or 1338, but that's how that camera timestamp works. You can hear me recite the time. It's 1:36 p.m. Again, 1:36 and 1:38 p.m., a negligible difference under all circumstances. I'm letting you know what is the impossible maintenance of the light source, while you see these who are going to be deported from the country, and if not, they're going to federal prison, both of them over the age of majority, engaging in what is criminal facilitation. Let me be clear, what I captured in still images and what I'm capturing on video right now is the maintenance of the light source over me while they are engaged in pacing in relevant position to my apartment. I'm inside of my apartment. So this is activity that's in the close parameter around me, all right? So in the close environment around me, there the demon possessed that want to do this in the engineered light. These are psychopaths that are in this engineered light, and the demon possessed want to do this. They're focused on the one whom they're targeting, and I'll just leave it at that to put it in simplistic terms. The demon possessed are doing this in this specific environment. The specific environment is replete with what is the audible activity, and this audible activity is occurring in the engineered light, and the light source is also over that person in front of and all around whom they're pacing like this. And now you'll see an individual doing this. An individual that you see walking back and forth is clearly a psychopath, clearly a weirdo, a mentally disturbed person. The entity does this through the people of the state A group, all right? Doing this, which is crossing path over and over and over again. You're talking about covering, crossing path by living in relevant position, maintaining ongoing audible activity. The images that I'm capturing, the light source is over me, right, over my apartment building. This is building 1806, which is not over 435 South Bonneview at any time, at the same time, ever, okay? So that wasn't the natural environment at 435 South Bonneview. Mercy House is monitoring American citizens, and they were monitoring me, and I'm gonna prosecute them, okay? This is exposing, again, it does not matter what their name is, it does not matter what their position is, it does not matter what they look like, it does not matter what their socioeconomic status is. I'm letting you know about what is a government system, and it is satanic at its core, and I wanna be clear, the demon-possessed, the satanic, they are relying upon what is a malicious guise of normalcy, the malicious guise of what is acceptance based on whoever it is that they think that they are, whatever power it is that they think that they have, while they are fully engaged in what is a very criminal pattern of conduct that is underway by a government. And that's how you have what's impossible, that the sun would be over me at building 1806. Everything you're hearing in the background is serving monitoring. It's not the coincidence. So just like the video that I showed you earlier this morning, and you're looking at the light source, the entity sounding helicopter activity, these demons are out here hammering. These demons are monitoring, and they're sex offenders that know when my panties are going up and down. Know everything that I'm doing when I get in the shower, what body part I'm washing. That's the extent of the sex offender that is engaged in monitoring and group stalking, first of all. Second of all, the maintenance of the specific environment. That's how you know what this is. That's covering the land. That's how you know what their knowledge is while they're focused on you. And a psychopath wants to appear like they're doing something else. But you're not fooled by that. Nobody is fooled by that. You're looking at the light source, which at 1:36 p.m. is not over 435 South Bonneview. The reason why it was over me on March 14th at 1:36 p.m. is because Mercy House and the demon possessed, the entity that surrounded me, was monitoring me then, and they're monitoring now. Not only is this not the sun that will be rising in the morning and still present, not only is this not the sun that's over the office building in the parking lot while I'm outside of 1810, which is over there. If that was the sun when I was over there, then I would have been facing this direction, getting it right here over. But this is not over building 1810, okay? Distinct in locations. And also sunlight does not create any light on your ceiling, just like you see the pattern of the blinds. These are demons that are outside hammering. These are demons that are outside delivering packages with a commercial name, Amazon is who I'm referencing. These are demons who are outside using leaf blowers and lawnmowers to create amplified audible activity in the specific environment. This is the admission of a sex offender who very well knows when I'm pulling my panties down. Okay, that's speaking to, I want to let you in on the violent sex offense that the public entity is engaging in when they're monitoring. And I want to be clear, that sex offense was engaged and facilitated by Mercy House. Monitoring in the bathroom, monitoring, engaged in the ongoing molestation with engineered light inside of that office at 435 South Bonneview, and that light source remained over my head in its central place, in its zenith at 435 South Bonneview at the same exact time where I'm showing you the light source is remaining here from the beginning to the end of the day. Under no circumstances is this the sun, ever. nor does sunlight do that. Appear on your ceiling, create any shadows on your ceiling, create any magnification. This is the pattern of conduct, and like I told them, Mercy House engaged in many episodes of criminal summoning. This is the pattern of conduct. I want to be clear, the malice that the people act with, it is serving, the entity engages in kidnapping via the people. It's relying on it, not only by virtue of placement of the specific environment around the target individual, by the entity's engagement in things such as defamation. It's criminal, it's within the pattern of conduct. Kidnapping, there's no probable cause. The entity engages in what is making up information amongst the demon possessed who make up narratives. They make up information in order, and let me be clear, this is very likely where the target individual is surrounded by those whom are monitoring and targeting them, and also hostile. Okay, I've already documented it, already been exposed to it. And then while the entity engaged in kidnapping, those were demons that called themselves the sheriff's department, demons that called themselves medical professionals, demons that were in the jails wearing the inmate uniforms, and they were monitoring. There is no sun that's ever going to be over West Valley, contrary to what was the case. Because what you already know, because I was inside of the facility, so I can't see outside, right? But you already know what the entity is doing with the engineer light inside, and engineer light filled the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department jail. It went from up, down, and they're high walls, down one wall, all the way across the floor, and up the other wall, and it remained there for the duration of the whole day, like an arcade, light shooting, light spanning across, and then light going upward, up a wall. It was entirely demonic while they were monitoring. And guess what? The people of the state are in the jail monitoring with the entity. The people of the state are engaging in criminal defamation in concert and on behalf of the entity. The people of the state are engaging in what is criminal summoning in concert and on behalf of the entity. And this is the psychopath that's stalking and monitoring you and then calls the police on you and then making up information about you. And everything that they're saying, remember, it's audible activity. They're monitoring, and then they're engaging in what is the ongoing criminal acts of obstruction of justice. That's all under that umbrella. Yes, the people of the state are going to federal prison. You're looking at two layers of engineered light. This orange light, that's engineered light, but then you're seeing the pattern of the blinds. All right, while the light source is over my apartment, this is direct evidence against the people of the state who are monitoring at 435 South Bonneview. And it's not just 435 South Bonneview, Mercy House, representing an organization that's facilitating federal group stalking and monitoring. All of the people of the state are monitoring, and that's why, again, you see the entity group stalking by helicopter as I expose that. And the people of the state, Mercy House, she's going to federal prison. She's the director at Mercy House. She was engaged in multiple, I documented the entity kept that light source morning until evening. Again, another venue, 435 South Bonneview. And while the entity is threatening my life, stalking me in this obsessive manner, while I'm also documenting it, they're monitoring my ongoing evidence and they engage in ongoing obsession. Okay? That's a threat. And the people of the state are going to be prosecuted for it. The people of the state are going to sit in mental institutions for it. The people of the state are going to federal prison for it. All right, it is currently 1:44 p.m. where there is no sun. That's over 435 South Bonneview. At 1:36 p.m. This is P.O.C.